bond market perspective, I think what's interesting is that it does help, at least at one level, sort of address some of the concerns around credit quality. They will not go away, but at least there's some obviously acknowledgement on action there, and the fact that stimulus some taken away, but obviously more targeted about where there's both ability and need. And ultimately, it's about whether we get that underlying growth to come through on a more sustainable basis without or with less stimulus. I think that's ultimately what markets will focus on. And for us, that's the reason why Chinese equities, they've been preferred, still a preferred area for us, but so are Asian dollar bonds.
Yeah, but while you look at, stoking growth and supporting growth and, seeing acceleration on overall productivity, they're also talking about striking a balance between high quality growth and deleveraging. How do you manage that in this environment?
Well, that always will be the challenge. I think too much stimulus, we know that can have negative effects down the line. But I think as investors, I think the best way to sort of manage that balance is we'll have to see, what these mean in terms of tangible implementation on the ground. But that's where relative views are important. And I think one is, China was an equity market, an outperforming market over the past year or so through COVID. Now, clearly, we're seeing many more opportunities pop up in other regions as well. And similarly, on the credit side, I mean, arguably some of the concerns on the credit side and that balance potentially sort of pulling back on sectors or at least trying to get higher quality growth in sectors like real estate, they've clearly had an impact in the high yield part of the dollar bond market. But they're now at levels where some of that yields might actually look quite interesting, particularly when you contrast it with what you get in high yield in the US and Europe. So that relative balance is actually a lot easier to implement in financial markets. Obviously, a tough act for policymakers themselves to implement.
And so how are you thinking about opportunities within high yield in China?
Well, for us, it's really a focus on the dollar bond market. I think that's where our focus is. And look, it's hard to look outside of China, but if you sort of take Chinese sort of issuers as the mainstay, I think, yes, we've had obviously a rise in corporate concerns, but we all know that's positive when you take the frame of obviously improving the quality of that growth. To some extent, we address obviously being selective about the individual issues themselves. But the other lens we're using is to say, look, how much of those worries or that balance is already priced. And that's where the one lens we're taking a tight eye on is saying, look, Asian high yield, which is predominantly still China high yield, now offers quite a big premium over what you can get in the US and European high yield. So some of those concerns, we'll have to see how it pans out. But arguably, that's increasingly in the price. So still a preferred area for us.